One of the biggest myths in fitness is that you cannot gain muscle mass while cutting. The two things I do to stay lean all year round. I no longer do these long-winded cutting and bulking cycles, which end you up with no progress at the end of each year. I simply cut out grains and processed foods when I want to cut. I just eliminate some of my food sources. I don't count my calories. I eat meat, fruit, and veggies. Personally, I eat meat and fruit. Veggies are totally valid. I take supplements every day to cover my basic nutritional needs. If you love veggies and feel good on veggies, please meat, fruit, veggies. Okay? If you have insulin problems, you're extremely overweight, with diabetic, whatever, maybe you cut out the fruit and stick to the meat and veggies. If you're a carnivore, stick to the meat. If you're vegan, vegetarian, good, stick to the veggies and fruit. I don't particularly care. Key is you're cutting out processed foods. You cut out the high glycemic, high carb grains. Grains also have anti-nutrients, which block the absorption of key minerals and nutrients into your body. A lot of people will argue, well, grains have a lot of nutrients that we need. Well, you can get all those nutrients from other food sources, plus no one's gonna die or have any serious issues from cutting them out for 30 days, which is why I really love the current challenge I'm doing that I created with Knees Over Toes guy, Ben Patrick, called Basic 30. Simply eating meat, fruit, veggies, your choice. Cut out the other foods to start for 30 days. You sled every day, so you're getting your exercise in, okay? And I'm here gonna show you my next tip on how I stay lean and keep my muscle mass. And to finish up on the nutrition and diet side of things, if you're getting enough proteins, portion controlling, having a little bit of variety in the fruit and veggies, you're gonna get everything you need. You can add some supplements in there to make sure to cover all your basics. I obviously have my supplement company, which I take every day, so you can check that out if you feel you need a little more. Particularly if you're not going in the sun enough, I strongly recommend vitamin D if you really want to transform your body, okay? Right now, I'm on day 21 of Basic 30. I've lost about 3-4 pounds, so about a pound a week. I was about 208, I'm 204 now this morning. The second part to how I stay lean all year round is I keep a minimum amount of resistance training into my weekly routine. Even when I don't have time, I'm too stressed, I'm too busy, you can find 15-20 minutes a day. And what I do, so I did this last night. I missed my workout, I wasn't feeling good, I was tired, I came in at 9 o'clock. I picked 2 movements. I picked an agonist and an antagonist, so opposing motions. Yesterday, I trained my hamstring and quads. I picked one exercise for each one. I did lying leg curl, and then I did split squats. To failure. I go for 2 sets to proper form failure. I've noticed that if as long as I do that every other day, on different bodies throughout the week, I will maintain, if not potentially grow a little bit of strength and muscle mass, okay? I'm not gonna become an Olympic athlete this way. I'm not gonna be in the best shape of anybody in the world, but I will keep what I have, and if I'm cutting, I will be able to maintain the most muscle I have, okay? Same thing. I don't have a lot of time. I'm doing this video really quickly. We have a packed gym here at ATG HQ. I'm gonna pick a shoulder press, so a compound pressing movement, so it's gonna work the back of my arms, my shoulders, a little bit of the upper chest, and then I'm gonna do a row to work the back and biceps. I'm gonna go to failure, 2 sets, boom, I'm done. It'll take me 15 minutes. If you incorporate this sort of mentality and lifestyle as a minimum, in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, your body will be transformed. If you take 30 days, 60 days, cut out grains, processed foods, you're gonna transform your body, okay? You don't have to constantly eat this way. You don't have to constantly adhere to anything. This is not a religion. People get so hyped up about carnivore, vegan, this, that. It's about what works for you, what can you stick to, what makes a slight improvement. I'm gonna do my first set here to failure.
Yeah, but also
that stimulus right there. Every muscle that I just worked is saying, oh shit, I better keep those muscles. I can't afford to waste these muscles, to burn these muscles for energy, even though I'm cutting, because it's a survival mechanism. When you stimulate the body, when you tell it, we need these muscles for survival, it's not gonna waste them. It'll do its best anyways to not waste them, to not burn them. If you don't lift weights and you're just eating low, the body will be, oh, these muscles aren't really in use. Let's burn them up. The less engine we have, the better we can survive with low energy, with low calories. That's why it's very important to use resistance training specifically when you are trying to burn body fat. This will leave you in the optimal body composition. Body composition is your muscle mass to body fat ratio. Okay? You can do a bunch of cardio and eat little and you'll lose weight. You're also going to lose muscle and you won't be, it's not the optimal way to do it. So now, that was a pressing motion. Now I'm going to reverse this with a pulling motion. You can use, my favorite one, simple. You can use one rack in any gym, no matter how busy it is. Just bring a dumbbell over. If you can't get both ends of the dumbbell to your side, it's too heavy. So you should be able to hold that for at least a half a second. Always start with your weaker arm or leg when you're doing a unilateral motion. You only ever want to match your strong side. If you do it the other way around, you'll increase your strength discrepancy, and you don't want that. That can lead to unbalances and pains and issues in your joints later down the road. So the one thing that I do to maximize muscle retention while I'm trying to lose body fat is training to proper form failure. You do not hit failure if you do not push it, you do not have the intensity. That doesn't mean breaking form. That doesn't mean you have to grunt and scream and yell. You must hit muscle failure for the body to process, for it to stimulate the necessity required to maintain that muscle mass or to grow that muscle mass if you are eating enough protein. One of the biggest myths in fitness is that you cannot gain muscle mass while cutting. If one has enough protein, enough amino acids, plus amino hydrate, and you have the right stimulus, which is training your muscles to failure, I would say at least 2 sets of that failure per muscle group per week. That would be the minimum, absolute minimum. You can gain muscle mass while being in a calorie deficit and while losing body fat. Caveat to this, the reason why a lot of people say, this is bullshit, is because when you are eating extra calories, yes, you will have more energy, therefore it is easier and more likely that you will train harder, be able to push more sets to hit that stimulus required to grow. But it does not mean it is required. And that's a very key point that people get wrong, is if I can get myself to hit failure, even though I have low energy, I'm going to stimulate growth, okay? I'll do my last set here. Failure, failure. Right now I'm on day 21 of basic 30. I've gotten leaner. I have plenty of energy. Even though I'm busy, stressed out, I traveled, I'm getting in my sets to failure. I'm not eating any processed foods. I'm not eating any grains. I'm having high protein. I'm getting all my nutrients from fruits and vegetables and my supplements. There are basic supplements that everyone needs to take. Food quality in today's society is simply degraded and not sufficient. We are not in the sun sufficiently as we used to be. With the basic supplements, meat, fruit, veggies, heavy lifting, a couple sets per muscle group, you can achieve 90+% of your body goals. Whoa. Before you switch muscle groups, take a minute or two to fully, particularly if you're cutting, take the time required to muster up that energy to hit that proper failure. Don't hit failure due to, oh, I'm tired. Hit muscle failure. There's a difference. When you figure that out, that's when you'll start making a lot of gains. I couldn't make that full contact the last rep or two. Felt the burn. That's my proper form failure. 15, 20, 30 seconds between arms. Get the other one. And this exercise could be chin-ups, it could be cable machine, it could be bodyweight rows. You choose. Choose a pressing, choose a pulling. Same thing with your legs. Choose a pressing, an extension, and a flexion. Okay? Deadlifts, hip flexors. Just choose opposing muscle groups. Hit 2 sets to failure. You can do more than 2 in a workout if you have more energy. But the bare minimum is each muscle group per week. We'll have more videos with Ben over there. He's also doing it, the Basic 30. It's an amazing, simple program that everyone can do. I'm gonna do some sled now, which I do every day on this program. If you wanna do the Basic 30 challenge, you eat meat, fruit, veggies. And you do either sled or backwards treadmill, or a treadmill in a gym turned off. If you're gonna use a treadmill, do 5 minutes a day minimum, backwards. If you're gonna use a sled, go about 200 yards. I hope this helps you. I hope there's some information in here. Gives you a little extra guidance or even reassurance. Hi guys, Fernando Lopez here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share if you haven't already. If you want to support the channel even more, please check out my website. Link is below.